How's it going today, folks? Today we just have a pretty quick opening of a release deck, as well as going over some of the details of the Casters Cup. As you guys know, I have said that I will be going to this event, and honestly, I'm pretty... I don't want to say like not happy about it, but pretty close to that would be my sentiment. I just think that they're taking it, as we've talked a lot about on the channel, they're taking things too far. Okay, so anyways, we'll start off with just kind of going into it. One of the things that have changed is you need to use all second edition. Not a big deal, really. I mean, it kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't. I don't know. I guess I can live with it. Not really like, oh yay, I was gonna max out my deck in second edition or first edition anyways. And for those of you guys who don't know, we are talking just about the Wilderness, or not Wilderness, but Cryptonation first edition and second edition. So you cannot use Cryptonation first edition cards. You do. Okay, so I guess here's an example. Let's see if I think I have a second edition or first edition card in here. I do not. So this is second edition. But like, yeah. But anyways, so you can't use those. The second one is the one that I have the biggest problem with. And that is, while participating in the Casters Cup, all casters must use the dice, sleeve, and deck boxes provided by metazoo games. It just, I don't have anything against it, I guess. It's going against it because there's not that many things that why do they need to control that? Why do they need to have that? I understand that they're trying to make it their environment and their everything, but to me, it just seems like it's just kind of going too far. I know they're trying to make it unique and individual and everything, but that's personally something that I really don't like. But I mean, I'm going, so I still support metazoo. I think that they are, again, kind of going too far in a lot of instances, but I still believe in them as a company. I still believe they will do well. I just don't agree with a couple of their decisions. They reserve the right to use other people's ban lists. Totally agree with that, 100%. There's a lot of things that they should do. Okay. They have consent and... Okay, so here's another thing. So they are saying that day 2 is not top cut like it, traditionally would be. So for those of you guys, again, who don't know, we are talking about how day 1 is 8 rounds of Swiss. I mean, I don't necessarily like that it's 8 rounds regardless of people, but that's fine. I'll live with that. But day 2 is also Swiss. So it's 5 rounds, and we don't know what, I mean, as far as, in regular terms, you would be 5-0, and that would be the winner. However, what Swiss does is it introduces it introduces ties and draws, and I'm not okay with that. There's going to be teams going into this, and teams can mess up everything. I'm not saying anything against any teams out there. That's what they should do to get out of the system. But, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the going undefeated 5-0 Swiss. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Because there will be draws, even if they aren't intentional. And I just don't really agree with it. But, again, I'm going to the tournament, so I know there's a lot on stake, so they can do what they want, but all right. And then probably one of the last things, up to 4 unique fourth wall items, pretty standard. Approved fourth items. They finally updated them. Great. Casters are required to physically bring fourth wall items that will be registered declaring fourth wall items lists. Yeah. So, if you got a plant and you're playing growth, you got to bring a plant. Originally, I was very strongly against this, but the more I was talking about it with people, the more I'm like, okay, I guess I can kind of see it. It does make this event unique, but it's just, where do you draw the line in changing your rules just to make it unique? Is kind of my thought process here. They are making it so they're trying to push the boundaries of fourth wall, which I like. I like that they're bringing something different. But shouldn't you have just done this at all events that you wanted to do if you're going to push that? I guess I just don't understand that. And then here's the last thing is they kind of said what Blitz is. And I think this is where I really am getting pretty nervous. Random pseudo environment assignment. Casters will be randomly assigned one of the tournament's pre-constructed pseudo environments each round. Each round. So, okay. So, for those of you guys who don't know, so let's see. Let's pick these top 3 cards. So, the bonuses that we're talking about are generally the Terra bonuses. We don't know if they'll be doing like the fourth wall items. It says that casters, well, it just says that they will be assigned Terra. So okay, so this would be like this, the full moon, the wilderness, and I think that's lake. I can't tell what that is. I think that's lake, and then this would be snowing. So that would say for instance these would be active. So that just makes these 3 cards a lot better. And it's just, I mean, it's not going to affect the game drastically, but it's just, why? Like, you're making an event that is supposed to be very competitive and very different. If you were to make it and say, okay, and tell us, okay, there's going to be 1 of these that is active or 2 of these that are active, and that would give a bonus, or you're going to restrict, for instance, we think water will be the most played deck. If we're to say, okay, well, we're in a desert, so you can't use water. That would be interesting. It wouldn't be my favorite things, but that would make sense. It doesn't make sense to randomly give an environment to something just for the sake of making it random. And it kind of goes back to how I just think that they are overstepping the bounds of what they think. Mike did comment on a couple of my posts that I made in the secondary Discord, and he just said, give us a chance, and so that's what I'm doing. So Mike or anyone in the metazoo page that sees this, I'm not saying I don't believe in you, I'm just saying I'm skeptical. I want you to succeed. I love this game. I want metazoo to do well. I believe in it, and I believe in that, and I want you guys to, all of you guys who are watching this channel, to understand that I believe in metazoo. I just don't agree with all of their decisions all the time. I'm not someone that's just going to be, oh yay, let's go, and it's going to be great. And no, I believe that people should be challenged with their decisions, and I believe everyone's entitled to their opinions. Just kind of one last thing that I believe will change after this event for sure, is that we have 20 minutes to prepare deck. 20 minutes to prepare deck is, for any of those who don't know, 20 minutes to make a deck list and to sleeve a deck is like 10 minutes. So you're going to have like 10 minutes to say, okay, I'm trying to find a duplicate. Okay, so I know this Stone of Protection is under here because it's in the white pile. Yeah. But it's just like, I mean, to find all the cards, I mean, you're going to have to be very well organized, which is fine. And again, I don't like it because you're going to have to bring your collection with you. And for those of you who don't know, again, theft is unfortunately very common at these bigger events and very much prevalent at these bigger events. So everyone's going to have to be very careful. So anyways, that's kind of just how I feel. Just kind of a brief thing. Obviously, prizing is amazing. It's just so strange, and there's just so many things that I just don't agree with. But hey, that's okay. I don't have to agree with them. I'm not in charge of metazoo. And I just want to kind of echo that this is metazoo's event. And whether I agree with it or not, they're going to do it. I am just here as a person of the community that is saying this is what I personally think that they should do. And yeah. So anyways, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my video and my thoughts and my rambling. If you guys like the content, let me know what you guys want to hear more of. I am going to probably be making more deck videos this week. I bought this over the weekend because as we have said, we don't have that much wilderness product left because I don't really need that much more. And obviously we didn't pull very well, so it's not like this is going to be buying me another spell book or anything. But hoping for that green man, hoping for some spice. For those collectors who are still watching, I do have something to say about the collector's market, that basically there's not much to say. The market in metazoo is generally ticking upward a little bit, but not really that much. But anyways, folks, again, thanks for watching. Comment below what you guys would like to see, and see you in the future.